We are live with Lunch Break Live. Julia Novak, all the way from Virginia Beach, coming to us live. What are you making today?
I am making an 8-layer taco dip, which sounds like an appetizer, but it's really hearty. And for us, it's a meal.
All right, let's get cooking. Take it away. What are we doing first? All right.
So I'm going to start. I already started prepping a couple of things, so I'm just going to run through what those are. I have a cheesy rice, vegan, of course, by Annie's. So that's sort of already in the works. And it's really simple. You just toast the rice with some butter and then pour 2.5 cups of water in, and just kind of let that simmer for 20 minutes, which is why I already started it. And then I've already chopped up 1 onion and 1 green pepper. I have mushrooms in the works here. This is 3 ripe avocados that I've just taken out of the skin and put into this bowl. So first I'm going to turn like a large pan onto medium. And that is going to be for the Beyond Meat. You can use anything though. You can use like faux chicken. You could use like beans, like black beans, or like a mix of pinto beans if you don't want to do like a faux meat and you want to keep it all like whole foods plant-based. We just like this in it, but you don't have to. You can use something else. All right. So while that heats up, I got a taco seasoning mix from Whole Foods. You can check the ingredients on most of these. They're almost all vegan. Just double check though to be sure. And I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil, but if you're doing like more oil-free, you can just use water on the pan so that it doesn't stick. So I'm going to put the onions, green peppers, and the Beyond Meat on this pan. First, onions.
And if you're just joining us, we are here with Julia Novak, incredible contributor with JaneUnChained. She also is organizer for the Animal Save Movement Global, right there in her neighborhood. Take it away. You're making that Beyond Meat. Yum.
Yeah, so this is a 8-layer taco dip. So we're using the Beyond Meat. Like I said, you can use really whatever you want. It could be beans. You could use like faux chicken is really good. Or yeah, whatever you want your base to be. All right. So I'm going to chop up some mushrooms.
This woman here is tireless, Julia. She is a mother. She's raising a vegan kid from birth. She is bringing about education and knowledge. If you are an activist out there, or you are considering how you can make a bigger difference on the planet with animal liberation and more, the climate and so forth, you're going to head on over to the mentorship program we're going to hear about in a little bit while she cooks, because you know what? Julia is a multitasker.
Yeah. You just guide me in where you want me to talk about.
Cool. What are you chopping over there?
All right. So we're chopping up mushrooms right now.
Okay. Chopping them up. Yes, she fights for the animals. You've got that, Tom. Let's say hi to a few people. We've got Tina, who's in the kitchen with us, as well as hi, Reba, who says it looks yum. And we have Betty Ann Cornwall watching with us, and Julie Kofi. Hello. I'm looking for Tom. Where are you at, Tom? Some people. Here's Tom. There he is. I love it. So, Julie, yeah, while you're cutting up, hey, would you mind give us a little scoop on the Activist Mentor Program? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's AAM, which stands for Animal Activism Mentorship. And basically, we have mentors that are animal rights activists who take on mentees. So you can sign up for the program. It's a free program. You fill out a form if you want to learn how to be active for animals, but you're just not sure where to start. And you kind of say what you're interested in, what you may have done, what you would like to do, a little bit about yourself, and you will be paired with one of our mentors. I think we have close to 50 right now. mentors, and we've had close to like 140 mentees over the past year. Some have graduated to become mentors and do really great things. But yeah, so basically you're paired with a mentor and they help you for 3 months in the program achieve your goals as becoming an activist. Whatever that may look like for you, whatever your skills are, wherever you shine, they help you figure that out and help you get active for animals, because only about 2% of all vegans are animal rights activists. And they've done some really big things like shut down, businesses who are selling animals or selling animal products. So I can only imagine what we would be able to do if there were more of the vegans who were animal rights activists.
Love it, love it, love it, y'all. So we are making a delicious 8-layer taco dip, a hearty meal, or an appetizer. So as you can see, Julia is working with those onions right now. I think you got some mushrooms as well. And you're making up that cheesy rice, which I've never heard of before ever. Can you show us the box?
Yeah.
We definitely need to note Annie's vegan cheesy rice. Look at this, you all.
It's really good.
Yeah.
All right. So the onions are just about done, and I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. So I'm going to add garlic to a couple different parts of this. You can leave it off if you don't like garlic. I love garlic. So I just put a lot of garlic in. They say garlic is not measured in increments, but you measure it with your heart, and I feel that that is true. So add as much garlic as you want. If there's no really certain amount that needs to be, just I say the more the better.
The more the better. Awesome, awesome. All right, we are coming to you live. Jane Unchained's Lunch Break Live. We come to you daily, 365 at 12:30 p.m. Pacific. And Julia is in Virginia Beach. Is that right?
That's right.
Great. Just bring it activism there. And she also is all around the world doing her activism, her clickable activism. So we got the onions in the pan with a little bit of oil. Phenomenal.
Yeah, and like I said, you can use water if you don't want to use oil. I just use a little bit of olive oil, but you don't have to. You can use water. So now that they're becoming a little bit see-through instead of all white, now it's time to add the Beyond Meat. Or like I said, whichever you decide you want to do. But I just kind of chop that up in there, mix it around, get it all going. And as soon as I get the Beyond Meat chopped up, I'm going to add in the green peppers, mushrooms, and I already put 2 cloves of garlic in.
Ooh, yes, garlic. I love it.
Yeah.
All righty. So how do people find animal activist mentorship? How do they find that?
Yeah, so it's animalactivismmentorship.com. There's a couple other links. Okay. That one definitely. And then there's a Facebook group you can join, an Instagram group. And yeah, it should take you right on the Animal Activism Mentorship Facebook group. The top pin post should be like a link to all the sign up and website. Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. So if you're somebody who wants to get active for the animals, you can head on over there to the Animal Activist Mentorship Program online and find out how you can sign up, either if you want to be a mentor or you want to be mentored. Phenomenal. Okay, Tom says he'll skip the onions. Got it. Oh, what do you got?
And this dish is so fun because you can really put whatever you want. Like there's no limitations. This is just what I like. But you could, instead of onions, you could put, red peppers or yellow peppers or whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I have organic refried beans by Amy's. You can get any vegan refried beans though. This is going to be the very bottom layer. And it helps just keep it together when you're dipping into it. I find if you put the refried beans on the bottom. Yeah. So I'm just gonna heat these up slightly in just a pan, just slightly warm. It doesn't matter. I just don't want them to be like ice cold because this is not like a dish that you bake. So as the ingredients go in, that's just how it's going to be.
Awesome. And hey, is this a good one that your son loves too? Will eat this? He digs it?
What? Say that one more time.
Your son eats this as well?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Great for kids?
Yeah, definitely. And he's getting like beans and rice and all these vegetables. So he's very picky. So I'm glad that he likes, whenever I find something he likes, it definitely goes on like a staple list.
Yeah. I remember that. My kids are now in their 20s, but I do remember that. There were those favorites. Cucumbers and mushrooms were my daughter's favorites, and peanut butter and bananas were my son's. So there you go.
Yeah, nice. All right. So
I just want to welcome Perry and Christy as well, who are watching online. We have Julie, Tom, and Tina are sure watching. Betty Ann Cornwall is watching, as well as Penny. Thank you so much for joining us. Y'all for watching with us. We so appreciate you joining us daily. We're going to take this recipe. You can get hundreds more. Oh, can you show us that?
Yeah, I'm trying to. My camera is so small, so it's like awkward filming. But
here we go.
So I have it all kind of mixed together. Once it starts to like cook a little bit and brown a little bit, then I'm going to add the seasoning and some water.
Okay. All right. So she's stirring in the translucent onions and peppers and mushrooms that have been cooking at first, and then she put that Beyond Meat in there. Simple. This is such an easy recipe. I love it.
Super easy.
It's the kind of thing you can bring to a party, and everyone's going to just eat it and not know what's going on. They're not going to even question. They're just going to taste deliciousness.
Every time I brought this somewhere, it's like the first thing to go. Everybody loves it. So yeah.
All right. We have Tina says, yes, play with your food, add what you want. There you go. Hey, one is curious. Do you recommend signing petitions online to help the animals? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, some petitions have gone really far and definitely gotten notice. Sometimes organizations will take all the petitions signed and like print them out and drop them off at the headquarters, and then usually call media too and let them know like this is what we're doing. So there's a lot of opportunity for petitions. It also helps bring awareness. So people that may not have known about it, they see this petition and, they get on and they're like, oh, I didn't even know this was going on. They sign the petition, helps create momentum, awareness, and then can, get some, legislation. We'll sometimes look at stuff when there's big petitions going on over a certain number. So yeah, I definitely recommend signing petitions.
I think the cool thing is, Julia, one thing that I learned today is what I was reminded of is each individual time that we take an action, we are adding to the 100th monkey theory. We are adding to the tipping point. We add that percentage. And if we sit home and we think, I'm not making an impact, by going vegan, you're making a huge difference by voting with your dollars. Obviously, you're saving so many emissions going into into the environment. We're working on ways to sequester carbon, bring it back in, and also, we are contributing saving animals and shutting down the breed to feed. So yeah, that is important. Everyone does make a difference, and you also ripple out. You ripple out to others by what you do. You influence your community, you influence every time you post something. If you have a following of 200 people are seeing it and they may share it, it may make an impact. And then each one of times they see something that wakes them up, gives them more information. It gives them validation for change. Validation for change is key. Definitely. Yeah, Stacey, thank you for joining us. All right, look at this. Did you add the pack of seasoning?
I'm about to add it now. So you can see it's like browning and
definitely can smell it through the phone here. Yes.
All right. Taco seasoning going in, and then the instructions, I just follow whatever the instructions say, which it says 2/3 cup of water. Right.
Welcome, William, and welcome, Onuska, and Fletcher's watching as well. Welcome, everybody, and Stacy's watching. Hello, Stacy. All right, so this is a favorite recipe of Julia's, an 8-layer taco dip, 100% plant-based, made by this vegan chef here in the house, Julia Novak.
Is that our Stacy?
Yeah, it is our Stacy. Yeah, hi, Stacy. That's right. Delish.
Everyone should follow Stacy because her recipes are like legit.
Oh, for sure, you're right. See Clark Eisenberg on Instagram. Her photos are gorgeous. Head on over there for sure.
Her page.
Yeah. Her page. We're going to be having her as a chef pretty soon here. So we're getting the date down. Yep. All right, everybody. This is so much fun. We are cooking here, cooking in the kitchen. We bring you this live daily. We got what's that?
All right, these are the refried beans. I'm going to put them on the bottom layer now.
Okay. Now, I want to say something about refried beans that I noticed. When I first went vegan, I didn't realize you had to check the labels on beans. Like, really? But you do, because sometimes it's made with like chicken broth, lard. Exactly. So that's from an animal. Yeah. So we want to make sure that it is vegan, not even the vegetarian. We want the vegan style on these, because sometimes they sneak in. You never know.
And I find that most vegetarian ones are vegan, so don't be like scared off if all you see is vegetarian. Just check it. Just check the ingredients. But they usually don't specify vegan unless it's like a proactive, like new company like Amy's, or not that they're new, but you know they specialize in being vegan, vegetarian most of the time.
Yeah.
So if it's like an off-brand and it says vegetarian, just check it. It's probably vegan, but again, like you said, it might not be.
Right. Fletcher's watching with us, as well as Elena, and Carol is tapping in too. Amazing. Now, Tom says, do you use pinto refried or black bean refried? What's your favorite?
It's hard to choose because they're both so good. Let's see. Today I'm using, which one are these? Pinto.
Okay.
But the black bean one is bomb too.
Jaime just joined us as well, and Carol says hi. Tina says, I just get the vegan beans. Exactly. Whatever I can find, make it happen. Yep.
So then I'm adding, so then I'm going to heat up these. Hold on. All right. Black beans. Just organic, regular black beans. I'm going to heat them up in the same pot I did the refried beans, and then that's going to be my second layer.
Nice. Counting, we are definitely going to be getting to an 8-layer taco dip, and this is a hearty meal, or you can bring it as an appetizer. You know, depends on how many people you're sharing with, right?
Yeah.
It's an appetizer. It's going to be full. We've got a full meal. There we go.
Hello,
Tina.
You guys can see this, but this is getting nice and cooked with the seasoning.
Yep.
Maybe like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, and the other thing about the Beyond Meat is it's not like a raw product. So when you put it in there, you're just basically kind of warming it up and combining the flavors and adding that taco packet, which is very cool. Check that out. And this is that the rice there you've got cooking?
Rice, it's almost done. It's just thickening. So once it gets like really thick and...
Can you hold it up so we can see what you're doing?
Yeah, try not to dump it on the floor.
Amazing. Yes, this will be a huge hit for any party for sure.
Oh yeah. And like I said, it's the first to go whenever I bring it. All right. I'm going to work on the guacamole portion of it right now. So like I said, I put 3 avocados in here that are ripe. Just took the skins off already. And all right, so now I'm gonna add, this is so simple, but it's so good. My favorite guacamole is just, so I guess I'm gonna do 2 cloves of garlic. One is kind of large. That might be too much for people, maybe less for some, but I like a lot. So I'd even put 3 or 4, but we'll do 2.
Me too. I love
Yeah,
garlic.
maybe one is probably what a recipe would call for, but I'm doing double.
Okay.
And
And
so
are you mincing it? Let's see how you do.
I don't have a mincer, but yes, mincing is the best way. And so to improvise, I'm just grating it. It's
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is essentially the same. It's maybe a little larger pieces, but I don't care.
We have Audrey watching and Penny watching as well. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to Lunch Break Live. It's our daily show. We do it 365 days a year, and many of you have been watching for the 5 years. It's pretty great that we have a different chef's recipe. It may be a similar chef, like Julia's been on before, but we like to break it up with different recipes. You can never make the same recipe the same, by the way, if you add one more little ingredient in there. So, oh my goodness, yes. And you know what I find so fun, Julia, is that we're really showing just anybody, your daughter, your mother. We have all different types of folks. Your father, your colleague can make vegan food. Mix it up, make the plant-based deliciousness. Yes, Deborah. Sometimes she'll put the boca crumbles. Good idea.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just adding a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt. Again, it's really just preference how much salt you want. I find just enough for flavor. And then I'm going to stir this up. This is almost done.
Yeah.
For you guys, get off the burner here and show you. Once like the majority of the liquid has evaporated and it's just like a hearty, coating over everything, then it's done and you can turn it off. Maybe just another minute. It looks like the cheesy rice is done though, so as you can see, it's just like a thick.
Oh yeah, we can definitely see that cheesiness. Ooh, yum. Look at that, everybody. And that's the Annie's brand. Gotta love it. It's already got the vegan cheese inside of it. Yes.
All right, so the black beans are done, and I'm just gonna, so they come with like a liquid in there, and I'm just gonna drain that out. So I put a strainer in here, and I'm just gonna pour them into there, get all the liquid out, because all I want is the beans.
So funny. I just put the comment about Tom. He said this would be a huge hit for any party. And you know what, Tom? When we did our first season of New Day, New Chef, which is on Amazon Prime, I was a taste tester. One of the, as a taste tester, we got to choose 3 things: good for a party, bring to a potluck, or make it at home in like 5 minutes or something like that. So I chose bring it to a potluck. So yeah, there you go. If you'd like to see New Day, New Chef, you can head on over. We've won some awards. Pretty cool. New Day, New Chef on Amazon Prime. Look at this.
All right, black beans are down. Now I'm going to put the rice.
Okay, very cool. Look at this. Woo.
I always feel like whenever I make food, it's like the race is on to keep up with all the different components.
Especially when you're layering. I hear you. All right. If you're just joining us, this is Lunch Break Live. Thank you for joining us and jumping into the party here. We're having a party at Julia Novak's kitchen. We've got Fletcher, Tina, Tom. Yes, and Tom, we're going to get to the chips. We also have Kim watching, Audrey, Penny, as well as Deborah Baker. Yes, hello. Oh, you got it. We've got Carol and Jaime, as well as Betty Ann Cornwall, Alina, and Stacy. For sure. Fletcher and Willem. Oh my goodness. Christy and Onisa. Thank you for watching, everybody. And Margaret, Martha, and Penny. That's right. Tina, Julie, Fletcher. Maybe I've repeated your name. Kathy Hess is watching. Hey, Kathy. And we have Penny and Tina and Tom, of course, watching. Love it. And Christy. Very nice. All right. Look at this, everybody. Wow. Now she's getting that avocado going. Helena is just joined us. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you so much. We are JaneUnChained's Lunch Break Live show here, and we are mixing up some avocado. Ooh,
yeah, so it has fresh garlic and Himalayan sea salt. You can add like chopped up onions or tomatoes too. But to save on a little time today, I left those out. I have to go to a vigil right after this, so I'm going to try to speed through this.
Yes, yes. And you have a vigil that you're doing for Animal Safe Movement. Is that right?
Yes, out in Smithfield, Virginia, we go to the slaughterhouse there every Sunday and bear witness to the pigs coming in on the trucks.
Yes, you do. Thank you so much for doing that. And she brings it live on JaneUnChained News. So you can see that a little bit later. And yeah, people will.
I'll be on.
Yeah, you'll be on JaneUnChained. And people will want this dip. It'll go viral. That is so true.
All right, there's the guacamole. So super simple, so delicious. All right, I'm going to now put so it's Beyond Meat, green peppers, onions, mushrooms, more garlic. And I'm going to layer that on. So the rice is layered on, the refried beans is layered on, and so are the black beans. I find that it stays together best if the refried beans are on the bottom. But, you can layer it however you want. Okay, so actually I lied. I'm going to do the cheese next so that it gets all melty in between the two hot layers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. And the Vinyl Life cheese, one of my personal favorites as well. You've got the shredded cheddars. That's a vegan cheese there. They have an incredible mozzarella as well. If you haven't tried it, there's also Follow Your Heart, has a really good melty. And if you're near a Trader Joe's, there, make sure you check the rest, the ingredients. But there's one that's a vegan mozzarella that I absolutely love as well. Welcome, Patricia, Lisa, Jean, Isabel, and I think we had a couple other joiners, and Becky and Audrey. Yeah.
Right. So now I'm going to do the ground beef over everything, like the ground stuff. I wish I could show you, but it's just too heavy.
It looks gorgeous from here. I can tell the layers. So the beans on the bottom, and then the rice, cheesy rice.
The refried beans, then the black beans, then the cheesy rice, then the cheese, and then the Beyond Meat with the seasoning, onions, green peppers, and mushrooms. And again, you can put whatever. It doesn't have to be limited to these ingredients. Do whatever you want. I'm sure it would come out good either way.
Yes, and Patricia and Lisa are also taking notes here, I imagine, watching what you're doing here. They've joined us in your kitchen. Again, this is Lunch Break Live. We come to you live 12:30 every day. Ooh, are you looking, everybody? Look at that. This is chock full of vitamins, minerals, and protein as well. Look at that. Good.
This is going to be the next layer, which is the guacamole.
Now, anybody who has been counting, tell me in the chat, how many layers do you count so far? This is an 8-layer taco dip. Have we been keeping track? Y'all put it in the chat. What do you think? How many is it? We're going for 8. And the avocado makes what number of the layers? I count 6. Yes, Stacy, I count 6 as well. Maybe 7?
It's like, yeah, it might be more than 8 if you count each of the individual ingredients, but.
So we have 2 types of beans, 1 type of rice, 1 type of cheese, and then avocado. What did I forget?
The onions, peppers, mushrooms, and ground.
Got it. Oh, there we go.
All right, so the next layer will be sour cream. And there's so many different options to choose from. I still love Tofutti. It's like the OG brand for me. One of the only brands that was out when I first went vegan. So.
And you've been vegan now for 14 years?
Yeah, going on 15 years. So Tofutti had just come out and it was like, there was nothing like it. We got to have cheese and sour cream and Tofutti cuties. There were little ice cream sandwiches.
Yes. All right, so now we've got the sour cream going on, which is the vegan sour cream. And Jenna just joined us. Yes, our Jenna. Tina and Steph Vo has also joined the party here. We are having quite a kitchen party. We are having an 8-layer taco dip, 100% vegan, scrumptiousness made all the way from plants. Oh, Bill, thank you. We did put the Beyond Meat. Thank you for that reminder. The Beyond Meat is amazing. You can also use, all kinds of different brands. You can use the Boca crumbles and the Gardein. So many choices. So thanks for that reminder, Bill. All right, let's take a look. Are we there?
We have one more layer. So there's the sour cream over the guacamole. And I really, sometimes I'll use like vegan chicken and just chop it up and do the same thing. That's really, really good too.
Okay.
All right, so olives.
Ooh.
And I'm just gonna chop these up and layer them on top, and then that's it. It's so simple.
So simple, so fabulous. Yes, vegan food rocks for sure. This has been a super engaging show. Always fun here, always fabulous. You can get this printable recipe over on JaneUnChained.com. Y'all want to head over there and get that recipe and more. There are hundreds, if not thousands, on JaneUnchained.com, our website. Printable and shareable straight from the website. All right, we got some olives going on top. Would this be number 8?
This will be a number 8.
Oh, number 8 is great. Thank you, Raul, for joining, and Mary Ellen as well. Some newbies that just jumped in. Cool. Well, this might be a good time for me to just jump on the air and say hello too. Hi, everyone.
Thanks.
It's always fun to come in here and, have a moment. Yes, Jenna says she loves olives. Yay.
Yeah, me too. I know there are some olive haters out there, and I don't know what that's like, but if you don't like them, you can put something else on, or leave it off.
For sure. And so if you would take us out with, what would you suggest to people who are just, wandering into this and wondering how to get started? What do you think might be the first, 2 or 3 things that you would suggest to someone who is on their plant-based journey? What would you suggest?
Just getting started going vegan.
Yeah. Getting more plants on their plates. What would you suggest?
I would really suggest taking the Challenge 22, because just like the animal activism mentorship program that we have for vegans to get active, there's some really cool programs for people interested in becoming vegan where they get help and are walked through with a mentor. So, you have someone holding your hand, kind of taking you step by step. So I think there's Challenge 22, and there's another one that my mind is blanking right now, but I'm sure I'll think of it in a second.
All right. So, but what would you say, let's say they literally didn't know about that. They wanted to just swap out something. What would you suggest they start with? Would you say maybe like a plant-based milk? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go that route and just slowly switch things out, sure. Going plant-based milk, trying some of the alternatives, the faux meats, that really helps people get into it. I say just go all in. I say go for 2 weeks, go fully plant-based, try it for 2 weeks. You don't have to, make a commitment for life or anything, but, slowly switching out things is one way, or just jump in, try it for 2 weeks, see how you feel. Maybe after that, try it for another 2 weeks, see how you feel. Give yourself little time periods instead of saying this is going to be forever, which is really overwhelming. Just do it for short periods of time and see how you feel.
Love it. Right here from Julia Novak. Go fully plant-based for 2 weeks. See how you feel. You're right. So many people have done that. Or if you've watched an incredible documentary, you just go all in and you figure it out. You find the recipes on JaneUnChained. you go and you get inspired by people's Instagram stories or recipes. There's just so many things available now. Ooh! Okay, wait, here we go. We're going out with this. Look at that scrumptious layered 8-layer taco dip.
You can see the layers in there.
Yes, Julia, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, listen, everybody. Thank you for watching with us. Go fully plant-based for 2 weeks. You heard that straight from Julia. I agree. And then see how you feel. You are going to feel amazing for the environment, for the planet, for your body, for your health, for your kids' future, for your grandkids, for your neighbors' kids, if you don't have them yourself, for all the beautiful animals on the planet that just want to live their lives out. Wow, 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 wow. So pretty. One more time on the dip as we go out. Thank you, Julia. Can we see it one more time?
Of course.
Head out. And Tom says more segments with Julia, please. I love it. Thank you so much.
Tom's one of the biggest supporters. He's always supporting every live that I've ever done, and it just means so much. So thanks, Tom.
Thank you, everyone, as well, for your support. We appreciate you all. Thanks again.